Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about The Iron Claw, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in The Iron Claw, it deals with this group of brothers who get into wrestling just like their father before them. However, unlike their father, they're all having all these kind of issues. Just members of the family that are suddenly croaking and all that kind of stuff. It's honestly a very tragic story. And what makes the story of the movie more tragic is they based off something that actually happened. The Von Erichs were a real family. I don't know how true this movie is to history, but the Von Erichs are a real family. This actually happened to them. And honestly, the first real positive that I have to say about the movie is it gives them honor. Absolutely none of these brothers are disrespected in the film, and you don't get the sense that they were weak or anything like that. It's just that a tragedy happened, and you feel bad for Kevin Von Erich, who's the main character of the movie, and the only one of these brothers who survived. Everything is told through Kevin Von Erich's perspective, and honestly, it makes sense, because Kevin Von Erich is the last remaining member of the Von Erich brothers. And he's still alive today. And you feel for him. You know, whenever one of his brothers dies, you just... It's almost like you lost a family member yourself. Because you end up knowing these guys so well. And I also have to give props to the actors, because the vast majority of them just do a great job in this film. And the surprise to me, was Zac Efron as Kevin Von Erich. Now, I remember Zac Efron from High School Musical, okay? That is, like, my only real memory I have of the guy. And up until now, I've just been, like, over watching his stuff. Because, let's face it, in High School Musical, he wasn't that great. You can have all the nostalgic enjoyment of those movies you want, but let's face it, they're not great, and he's not great in them. But in this, in The Iron Claw, he is just, holy crap. Zac Efron, in my mind, has finally shed that Disney image. Like, he was just so good in this film that I'm now honestly hoping he has a really good career at this point. However, like I said, there were a few performances that I did not think were that great. Most of them are small roles, but you know, there is one that was prominent that I just looked at the actor and went, you're not doing that well. But everyone else showed up for work and were really good. And what also helps to elevate the tension and the emotion is the fact that the music is very good. The music helps elevate the tension and also the emotions. You feel bad for everyone involved because you feel bad. The music in this movie is just really good. And I can't really express that any further than that. Trust me, I tried. But all in all, what makes this movie just mold better is the family element to it. It tells you the importance of sticking out for your family, period, end of discussion. Because ultimately, these brothers, they cared for each other. Even when their father was pushing too hard on them. And yes, their father was definitely pushing on them way too hard. But ultimately, they all stuck out for each other and did what they could once these tragedies started to unfold. And all in all, this movie, you know, despite a few questionable casting choices, I think that this movie is definitely a near perfect film. It's engaging. It's got a great story to it. the bulk of the performances were really good. And ultimately, it does what it sets out to do, honor these brothers and tell you their story. I am going to give The Iron Claw a 9. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember, the Bardetsky will return.